Oh, what I was gonna say earlier though, the reason that I like cinnamon in my coffee is because of her. Oh God! What did you get?
I got the teddy bear. It's really not
What's
good.
that?
It's white chocolate and caramel.
You want to try mine?
Yep.
Mine is caramel and butterscotch. Why are you on your phone?
No, because I was making sure that my mommy hadn't texted me or
Oh,
called
because you
me.
actually care about your mom?
I like my mom. I love my mom.
I like your mom too.
If you ever see this, I love you. I love
What?
my dad. I love my dad. Oh.
God! I love my dad as well, but he's or
He's like, oh, I love you too.
Right.
In the wind. Yes.
It all started, is God the wind, and then it
God
went
the
to
wind.
right, and then it went to my dad's the wind. We're doing this for our like 2 fans.
For our 2 fans. Speaking of which, hi.
Hi.
We see you in the comments,
We
and
do.
we see you watching our videos, and we're
This
like,
is all for you.
All
that
for
one
you.
person and
Yeah.
her friends.
and we're like, why are you
Their
so
friends?
obsessed with us?
I don't know who you are.
Yeah, we don't know who they are either, but
Also, sorry, I realized my hand's just like on your thigh.
it's fine.
My bad.
You're not the first person to do that, and at least I trust you enough to do it consensually. No! Say the guy! Oh, is God the wind?
Is God the wind?
That was such a sweet time. So basically, when we were both babies.
This was like a year ago.
This is a year ago. Back when we were like babies from a year ago. We wanted to make this podcast called Is God the Wind? And it's basically, it was just going to be a podcast touching on all like philosophical themes of religion and the world and spirituality. And we both bought notebooks so we could write down all the questions that we wanted to answer. And then we just never did it.
Never did it.
Ever.
We can use those now. And like if we ever think of like things we want to talk about on here, we can do
Holy
that.
shit, why didn't I think of that? I don't know what to talk about.
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I don't know actually.
So I
so I went to therapy yesterday.
Oh my god, you did? No, finally, I've been waiting for
Yeah.
I've been waiting for Stephanie to hear
Anyways.
about all of this.
Oh yeah, whenever I told her about that person saying positivity was my word for the year and nothing you have said is positive or has been positive or whatever, Stephanie outrightly laughed.
She laughed. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me.
Tell me. She was just baffled, and she was like, that it could have all been handled if she had just asked.
Yeah.
You know, or if the other person had asked before they did what they did.
Yeah.
All would have been handled.
All would have been so easy.
And because I told her, like, that person asked multiple times why that other person wasn't in the group chat.
Mm-hmm.
And every time we said the same answer.
Same answer, which was to literally spare her feelings.
And also remember how your mom said that person literally just was like, just started stirring the pot?
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie said that exact same thing.
She did?
Yeah. She was like, yeah, she just was stirring the pot. And I was like, that's what your mom said!
Mom said!
Did we even know who they were?
I like to think that I did.
I like to think I did too.
Yeah.
But also,
The issue
my mind
is-
was a little blurry.
Yeah.
Just because of my feelings
Mm-hmm.
for a while there.
Mm-hmm.
This was so fucking gross. Crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy pants.
That was crazy.
Shut up.
I'm sorry.
I hate you. Right, I also told her, I talked to her about how I was a little uncomfortable that my mom was also seeing Stephanie. Remember how I told you my mom stole that one therapy session, and then she had scheduled another one, and I thought she went. Apparently she never showed up.
Did she give a warning?
I don't think so, no.
Shoot.
No, apparently not.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Then what the...
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't fucking know. But like Stephanie was very reassuring and like it's alright. I'm good now with all of that. Oh right, she also, so I still don't have my permit because Authority figures in my life aren't very responsible. So, anyways.
Interesting.
And so it's fallen to my siblings' responsibility a little bit. Because I'm gonna take it online. And like, Stephanie, one of the first questions she asked me when I was in there, she was like, so, you have your permit yet? And I was like, no.
We're like, fun fact.
She said literally this before we, like, you know, at the end, she's always like, okay, your homework, which is either like usually it's like, if that person says this, you need to hit him back with like this, or like, you know, like blah blah blah, right? Or like exercises, whatever.
Yeah.
One of them this time was, if you come in on my next appointment is the 28th. If you come in on the 28th and you still don't have your permit, we will be taking it during session.
Holy shit.
Like, she was so fucking for real. And I don't know if she's like actually being like fucking for real. I mean, Stephanie usually is for real, but like, cool. Because I saw that a second ago. I reread or started rereading Call Me by Your Name the other day instead of reading literally the countless
other
books on my TBR.
Bless your freaking heart. Bless your
like
heart.
on my TBR that's on my fucking bookshelf.
Oh, babe, that's sad.
I reread.
When you what?
There was a person that was hauling.
Oh, I thought you said they're fucking hot. I was like, wow, those are passionate feelings.
Like, what's your favorite color?
I was just about to say
What's your favorite color?
Deep question. Oh, it's green. To
You
ask.
stole my favorite color.
Well, my favorite color is green, so you can have my favorite color.
Well, I already got green.
Well, I am green.
What?
Okay, so here is 3 good questions. Number 1, what is the hardest lesson you've ever had to learn?
Hardest lesson?
Uh-huh.
How to raise myself.
Well, goddamn.
How to raise myself, or like, the hardest lesson was the lesson of my mom.
Yeah.
My mom and who she is.
Yeah.
Like, with my mom, just the lesson of realizing that she only cares about herself. And will do anything for other people to like her other than her own children. That she will choose somebody who she's not even married to, not even engaged to. She would choose that person over her own child who is still a minor.
Yeah. That's a difficult lesson to learn, and it's so, the worst part of it all is that it's easiest to take advantage of the people that you love because you love them and you're so close to them. You feel like you can do whatever and they will always walk back to you like a lost dog, you know? So I think your mom is just so blinded that she doesn't even feel the love that she knows she has in herself. She uses that love as an excuse to do whatever she wants because she knows that y'all will always love her.
She thinks.
Yeah. I think you'll always love her too. And I'm not saying you have to love her and you have to show it, but there will always be a piece of us that craves our mother.
There will always be a piece that craves my mother, but that piece doesn't have to love her or like her, but it will always crave her.
What was the hardest lesson you ever learned? This is a very good question. I don't freaking know because I feel like I've learned so many. I'm not gonna do the lesson that I'm still learning. We can talk about that at a later time. I think the hardest lesson I've ever had to learn.
That yet.
They don't get to. I don't think they ever will. So, I think the hardest lesson I've ever had to learn is that no matter what you do, there are always going to be people who disapprove. And it's crazy to think about that you can't please everyone, because I feel like everyone wants to please everyone always. Especially me and people like me who have this like need to people please and make everyone happy. But when I realized And honestly, I came to this conclusion recently, like AM. Like, I'm not gonna make everyone happy. Because let's take it like when I was younger, and I was like 14 or 15, and the whole big election with Trump and Biden, we hope this video doesn't get taken down because I mentioned those names, but like, when I was going through my phase of like, yeah, Trump 2020, rah! Like, make America great again.
I remember whenever I went into the salon for the first time to dye my hair, and like Courtney was like, "Oh, look at your virgin hair," and there would be people like walking by like, "Oh no, is that virgin hair?" And she's like, "Yeah,"
Oh,
and I'm like,
God. And you were like, what the hell?
I felt like they were just calling me out. I'm like, over here, just in my like with
You're
my
like,
mask. I'm like,
hi guys,
yes, virgin.
It's me, the virgin.
Hey guys.
Hi guys. No, for real, like, that's so funny though. And
It was all like older women, and I was like,
aww.
this is a little
Okay,
awkward.
this is a little awkward for me. Awkwardo.
Awkward.
Captain Awkwardo.
Awkward-a-rooney.
I'm so done with you. Anyways, I wasn't done.
Oh right,
No, we were back. So, but like, that's the thing is, like, I really, back in my like Republican phase, I realized I was into theater, I was into acting, and like everyone around me like absolutely hated me after that. Like, people were threatening to like, yeah, like when you try to get a job and I leak these screenshots of your stories and stuff, you're gonna find that it's real hard for you to make it in life. And I was like, number one, that was scary for a second, because I truly felt like what I was saying was right, and I didn't understand that, like, and obviously I never thought anything racist or anything, but I just held more conservative beliefs, and some of those were very harmful, but I was never like racist, homophobic, sexist. It wasn't that kind of conservative, but it was just like, I was like, how could anyone be so cruel as to threaten to like get me fired from my job for stuff like that? Just for like being like, maybe capitalism's okay, which I don't know where I stand on any social, economic, government system right now. So
right.
I won't lean one way or the other.
Right.
But then, and my mom was so proud of me for like how conservative and like outspoken I was being. And that left me with like no friends. Everyone hated me. Then when I really started to like open my eyes a little and do my own research and realize that I was maybe more centrist and had views on things like abortion and the government and who should be president, like when those things weren't just black and white, when I started to see in gray a little bit, my mom and my dad were basically just like we don't know who you are anymore, like why are you like being brainwashed by all this like propaganda and stuff. And I was just like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, they were the ones who inspired me to, they always told me like, you know what is right and you stick by that, no matter who makes fun of you, no matter who's saying you should believe otherwise, you always stand firm to what you believe. There's a hair in my eye. Anyways, and so when I started to deviate from what they thought, and I never held any ill will against them. I never said anything to anyone about their beliefs, no matter what they posted on social media. I would avoid conversations about it in real life. Thank you. But people always wanted to start things with me. And I couldn't understand why everyone couldn't just mind their own business. Mm-hmm. So that was my first lesson in like, no matter what you do, you can't please anyone. Either way, someone was massively disappointed in me. Right. And then when I struggled with my sexuality in middle school and I lost all of my best friends and had to switch schools because like people were talking about me and saying that I was this horrible person and a disgrace to Christianity, like yada yada, that was really a powerful time in my life because of how devastated I became. And then recently, when I kept my mouth shut about things, it wasn't, for the first time, I wasn't hurting anyone outwardly. When I wasn't voicing my concerns and opinions, I was damaging myself. And that's when I was like, I think this needs to stop. I think I just need to communicate and stand up and not be mean. Just say the things that I'm thinking. And when I did that, now we're here.
Now we're here.
So, long story short, the hardest lesson I've ever had to learn was that I need to just stop caring about other people's opinions of me. Yeah, just respect myself and my opinions, and it doesn't matter anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like that.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Next question.
Who was your first love and why did you love them?
I can't say Harry Styles, can I? Okay. You go first. So I need to think about this.
Romantically, I've always had crushes and I've had partners. I don't know if I could ever say that it was healthy, true love, like, throughout any of it. And that kind of upsets me that I'm not able to say that. But it's true. There's always, romantically, like, I don't think any one of these people were right for me. Platonically, my first love was my middle school best friend. And I feel like she was the first person who ever, like, really showed me what a positive outlook on life truly was. Like, she was so understanding and graceful and kind and funny and smart. Like, all of the good things. She was the first person that ever made me jealous of someone. Like, the way I loved her was so insecurely but powerfully, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I would have done anything for her. So I loved her because she was just a ray of sunshine and really, like, was the first instance of me asking myself, like, what would she do in the situation, so that I could further better myself and finally ask myself, what would I do in this situation? Does that make sense? Yeah, I think that's that for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't think I've ever had, like, a true, pure love. The only person who I can think of, you'll slap me across the face if I say, but I truly do think.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I know that love doesn't have to be healthy. I wrote a whole song about it. But, yeah. But I think that counts.
Yeah. There was one person who still I fucking hold on to. Boy best friends are difficult.
Ew.
They are very, very hard to keep, very hard to manage, very hard to live with that. Anyways.
I'm so sorry. That's a song. You wanna explain that?
The beautiful Bella here kind of made a song from the perspective of me seeing her, because like any good best friend, she was my sexual awakening, and I had shut the fuck up. Sorry. And for the next, it was like July of 2020 is when I realized, right? And then it kind of carried on into, like, the last time that I remember, like, having feelings for her was 2022.
Yeah.
It was probably about, like, November, I'd say.
2022?
Yeah. November 2022, okay. I think.
Yeah.
And so she basically made a song from the perspective of me called
Live With That.
Live With That.
And now it's an inside joke in our friendship.
Yeah.
And it's real cute.
I didn't even mean to do that, honestly, actually.
No, like, truly, that was so funny, though.
Truly, I was just speaking, and then I was like, both of us realizing at the same time was fucking fantastic.
That actually was so perfect.
Truly.
That made me so happy.
Truly. Anyways, so, yeah. Just...
I think it was...
In high school, do not have a boy best friend. Because that shit fucking sucks. Especially,
my God.
Or middle school. Just don't do it. Just don't.
In middle school, everything becomes a bigger deal than it is.
Truly, and because everybody will be saying, oh, he for sure has feelings for you. And then you're like, oh my god, maybe he does. And then he gets a girlfriend.
And then you're like,
even fucking better if that girlfriend is your best friend or ex-best friend. That's so cool.
Super cute.
I love that.
That's so cute.
Actually.
And girly pop.
Girly pop.
My favorite is when you get, hold on, I need to adjust my bangs. My favorite is when you have a guy best friend who you literally like base the entirety of your life choices around. And then he starts talking to a person that you know is bad. And you've had confirmation that they're bad. And then you're like, hey dude, I know you're developing feelings for this person, and I know I introduced you guys, but you really don't need to be with her because it's gonna end bad. And then he sneaks behind your back to date this girl and hang out with her friends who are also incredibly horrible influences and bring nothing but toxic energy into their circle. Finally, you found out, cut him off because he started calling you crazy for ever believing like, no, we're not together. You're crazy, and basically caused a whole bunch of issues. You blocked him. He comes back to you a year or two later and is like, you were so right. She cheated on me. And you're like, I freaking told you so.
Yeah.
I really think that boys aren't worth it.
Truly, yeah. And honestly, I think it's like it's a canon event to have a boy best friend in high school or middle school.
Truth.
Though that dude get a girlfriend, then they break up with that girlfriend, or no, whenever he's dating that girlfriend, he stops talking to you, and then they break up, and they're like, oh hey, and it's even better when he gets back together with that girlfriend.
Because here's the thing, guys. This is just my experience. I'm not saying all men.
I'm feeling this real quick.
Not all men.
Sorry, my bad.
Is it hot?
Sorry to touch you all up there.
Oh, feel them up. Feel them up.
Are you? Hold on. Hey. Okay. It's a little hot. It's okay.
We'll be alright. If it ends, we'll just redo it.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, when they realize they've made a mistake, crave the attention and the love that they got from the person that they lost. So they go back to their next best thing. We have always been the next best things.
I've never been the first choice. And honestly, sometimes we're not even the next best thing. Sometimes they go through like
they go around a few times.
They go around a few times, and then they eventually make their way to me.
And I don't think that's very fair to you. I don't think it's fair to anyone.
But I mean, what's a girl to do? What's a girl to do?
We're just girls. I'm just a girl. So like,
just a girl.
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. And I'm sitting here in Capitol Hill. I don't know what just came over me. The spirit of Schoolhouse Rock possessed me. I'm sorry. I had a moment there.
I could tell.
Yeah, my bad. What was I gonna say? Honestly, yeah, guy best friends. I mean, I love my guy best friend. Both we've got Jordan and we've got another Jay. Which, after all of the preaching I did about don't trust J names, I'm surrounded by them.
Both J names aren't the best people, though. Why are they parking there? Why the fuck? Who is in the car? Is it a girl or a guy?
It's a girl.
Okay, good.
No, it's a guy.
But don't look at me. I'm scared. Okay, oh god, I don't know what to do.
Oh, but they've got a girl purse. Wait, sorry. Should I not gender close? Are we at that point?
I don't know.
Come
back.
The face looked like a guy, but the hair looked like a girl.
Okay, so question. Crazy. I know. Crazy to ask. Could they be trans?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose there's always that option.
So maybe it was a girl?
Maybe it was a girl.
Fuck, I don't know. Anyways.
I don't know either.
Anyways.
We're supposed to be progressive and we're having this conversation. I feel bad now.
It was only you. It was only you who was like, oh, maybe it's a guy, maybe it's a girl. Maybe it's neither.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it's they.
Everything's confusing. Everything's confusing. There, I said it. I'm sorry.
You're the only one who's confused.
POV my mom when I said I was bi. Is that too much information?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
No, but it's okay. It's getting so crazy in the world, and I think in a good way. No, I don't mean that in like a back in my day there was one gender, which was the Bible. I don't know what just came over me. But like it's getting to a place where like anyone can be anything, and that's so freaking cool, and it's so freaking scary. Yeah, me too. So, but like
I said I need to poop, by the way. I don't want to, secrets don't make friends.
yeah, secrets don't make friends. And, you guys are our friends. Hold on. Hold on. Let's look through these real quick. Oh.
Whoa!
What's something you've done that you didn't expect to do at this age?
See that? I don't think I have anything, but I know somebody who does, I think.
Next question! What's one thing you would change about yourself right now?
You go first.
I can't tell if I would change my body or change my self-worth.
Yeah. Also, personally, what's going through my head right now, I'm honestly almost thinking of like how much self-growth I have, because like ask me this a year ago or even like a few months ago,
Ooh.
I'd give you an answer like that. But now I'm like, what would I change? Because like my body, I've mostly come to terms with, because not a whole lot about it is changeable, so I've like come to like just love it, it's a body that I've been given, and until I have a buttload of money I can't change it, and I don't really want to change it personally.
I've always thought that you were so beautiful.
Thank you. And like my mental shit, I also don't know what I would change, because everything that I've gone through and everything in my brain is me, and so changing any of that will impact everything about me.
Here's a better question.
Okay?
What would you change about me?
It's a better question. What would you change about me?
I got some things. I want you to go first, though.
Things?
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Your stubbornness.
Mm-hmm.
Your stubbornness. That has really been the only thing in our friendship that has ever been like the true thing that like has impacted how I look at you. In a way,
Fair enough.
But you're just fucking stubborn. And once you get something in your brain, it's not gonna be changed. And you will always win everything.
I get that from my mama.
I get that from my mama. Okay, now
The one thing I would change about you, I would make you less selfish.
okay.
Yeah. I just feel like there are instances in our friendship, and I'm not really gonna like name any examples, but there are instances in our friendship, even when we're just like kind of cruising, that I've never really put a dent in anything. But there's things that you will just take, either you'll take something I say or something I do, and you'll find the you in it when I need you to find the us in it. And how would you rank your love languages?
Ooh. I don't even know where to rank like physical touch, because like touch, for the longest time I shut that out, because I was trying to be like, oh my god, I'm so mysterious and so like emo, and like don't touch me, I'm so sad. And now
I want to
I'm,
punch you in the face so hard.
but like that's what I was.
That's true.
And now, since I was like that for so long, I only like physical touch from like certain people, like you being one of them. And like now that my group has like gotten so much smaller, the amount of people that I want to like even just hug me is so much more. Like I have like You and my sister. I think. Okay, so saying this is gonna be last, this is first, right? Last for me is gift giving.
Yeah.
And receiving and all that. Physical touch. There's words of affirmation. Quality time, and what else?
Acts of service.
Acts of service. Acts of service. Quality time and words of affirmation.
I think mine is most important is words of affirmation.
Switch those two. Top is quality time.
Okay.
Sorry. Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
My top one, I used to think physical touch was my primary and words of affirmation was my secondary. But I've realized that to thrive in life, I need so much validation. And not just in the terms of like, oh, like you're so perfect and you're so pretty, yada yada, but like if I do this all the time with my mom. She'll just be at work and she'll text me. There's no punctuation. There's no smiley face. There's no heart. There's no love you. I'm like, I did something wrong. What do I need to do? What do I need to fix? Because I just think for like so long, again, like I was trying so hard to like people please and make everyone happy that now if even one thing comes off a little short or askew from what you normally would say or do, I'm like, I did something wrong. Somebody's mad or somebody knows something and they're not going to tell me or I'm going to get in trouble. So I really think that words of affirmation is my biggest thing, especially in light of just like recently. And I'm not talking about this situation. I'm talking about the one before it. But no, the one I'm talking about, I feel like it really solidified my need to feel genuinely taken care of. Yeah. I need that validated and I need it voiced. For me, followed very closely by physical touch. And this one isn't necessarily one that like if you don't hug me I get an anxiety attack. Like if I read a text and it's wrong then I get an anxiety attack. But like this one is just like I just feel my soul feels so happy and held when I get a hug or like when you scratch my head or my shoulders rub my back, yada yada. So I think it's words of affirmation because of how subconsciously important it is to me. Physical touch because it just makes my heart so very happy. I feel like acts of service and quality time are so close, like neck and neck.
She's gonna go murder that baby.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna kill that baby.
Uh-oh.
Maybe quality time comes up a little bit before acts of service, but still I value and appreciate them at the same level. And then gift giving is last.
Right.
So yeah, yep. I think that's my... Anyways, by the time we see you, we will have confirmation whether or not that baby was murdered.
Yes.
So,
she'll edit saying if the baby was murdered or not. I was actually the one to edit, and no, the baby was not murdered, I think. Anyways.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh!